Hello, my name is Avid Villager, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to build a mob farm. Here is the thing in survival. Well, this is the thing fully built up. It is quite big, quite dramatic, and produces tons and tons of drops. If I show you. Oh no. Anyways, this is the sword system you technically have to build, but this is just everything in its entirety. The one thing I did have to do was I had to modify it. It's been modified from this original version, where you can see the slabs are here. They are now technically full blocks in the new version to prevent, well, things like Endermen from spawning. However, witches do spawn and they still do drop down here, but you can eliminate them quite easily. Anyways, how the farm works is quite simple. You put a stack of any old item inside this hopper, and that will periodically turn on and off droppers down there, dispensers, which will flush down all the mobs and the drops to the hoppers. To activate it, you just have to do this, and a little bit of this, and all that'll do is, you can see it working right now. We got a witch, skeletons, spiders, and a creeper, and it just does that. Now, yes, sometimes these do not work properly. Mobs can jump off themselves, and the water does this sometimes. There's nothing I can do to fix that. I've tried a lot of things. It's just going to have to work like that. But as you can see, working down there. And if you do need to, you can take out this witch. Because, yes, witches are bad. Nobody likes them. They're awful. So anyways, this is how big it'll be. You can pause the video if you need to put out exact measurements. This is how tall it'll be. Again, you can pause it if you need exact measurements. And yeah, let's begin the video. Anyways, here are the materials you will need in exact amounts. This is just some of them, as you will also need this, this, and this. Yes, you do need a lot of water buckets. This is just the materials I use to take exact quantities of how many blocks are there and of which. So, yes, you'll never know what's inside this shulker box, as I'll never open it. But be rest assured, there is some stuff inside there. Maybe one day I'll open it. Anyways, I guess we need to get started on the farm. I'm going to start off by building the generic. So, you can pause right here for the dimensions one last time, but I'm going to need to mark at the middle. Give me a second. Okay, and we're back, and I decided to make it a bit more obvious. So here it is. And we're going to simply start by putting in a simple chest for collection. You can upgrade this to however much you want, but for now, just put a chest. This is where you're going to put your storage. I would also advise that you put this way up in the sky for it to work. And we're going to just create a 3x3 of hoppers, like so, and that's that for the hoppers. we'll just check all this stuff back in. You're then going to need your 18 fences, and these are just going to have to be anything smaller than a block. And you're just going to want to do 2 tall high 9x9 grid. You don't need these 2 ones, but I would semi-recommend it. And then what you're going to want to do, I accidentally left this out, my mistake, but you're going to need a bit more half slabs, about 9 more, so we'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this, and you won't need those. Oh man. 7, 8, 9, then I had about, what was it, 4 before? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just leave those there to despawn. So you're going to need 14 half slabs. Because then what you're going to need to do is put some blocks over top like that. I guess if you want, you can do it like this so the spiders won't get up there. I also actually recommend you doing this, so you will need a bit more, and this will just prevent mobs from getting onto the hoppers. This is an optional thing, however I would definitely recommend it. And there you go. Next, if we go over and delete this, I'll be right back. I just need to do some counting. Okay, next you're going to need to grab your magma blocks, and you're going to need to go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just fill it into a rhombus shape. So like that. So you want to do this on all sides like this. I'll just show you this on camera so you guys can understand. And there you go. This is so the water can drain down properly, flushing all the mobs and the items to the center. Preferably not the mobs, because it just takes longer. But the items do eventually get their way to the hoppers. And as you can see, if we throw an item onto that hopper, it does get collected into that chest. It is in that chest. Or it can, if you go into spectator mode, because it's under the ground, you can see macro block is there. You can't take it out though, because I'm in spectator mode. Okay, and we'll be right back. Okay, next what you're going to want to do is you're going to go up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each and every side. So up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks something like this. And then you're going to have to fill it in, so I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Anyways, this is what it's going to look like in the end. Did you see that black particle? There it is again. Anyways, this is what it looks like in its entirety. You can see we haven't got out to the edges, and this is in fact 6 blocks long, all filled in, and there's no overlapping to save maximum amount of blocks. Yes, and then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get the final layer in, which is going to be a lot harder because it's not actually this shape. So I'll show you in a second. And so what you got to do right here is actually quite different. 1, 2. You go 3 blocks out, and you may notice that yes, this is 1 block out, but that's where your dispensers go. You're going to go like this, 1, 2, 3. Again on this side, 1, 2, 3. Again on this side, 1, 2, 3. And then we're actually going to be doing it quite differently. Instead of doing it like this, we got to do it like this. So it's still going to be this way, but the difference is you now got to do it something to look like that. It's got to be the 2 block. It's got to go something like this. Anyways, I'll get this filled in and I'll show you what it looks like. It should now look something like this, which it should look exactly like this, minus the stone. As you can see, it goes out 3 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Here's it from the side. These are 2 blocks apart in every area, so yes, this is exactly how it needs to go, or else you're messing it up. Anyways, I'll get the next materials and be right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. So the next thing you're going to need is a load 37 dispensers. And to make life personally easy for me, I can do this. Okay, command, whatnot, click it, and get the NBT data of this block. So this way, I don't have to do all the struggles with you. I also made another mistake. You will be needing pretty much another stack of these blocks. And then what you're going to want to do is place a temporary block, a dispenser, and remove that block. You're going to want to do that on every single side like this. And these dispensers are going to be the initial points for the water. My angle was wrong on that one. And then, oh, by the way, these smooth stones can be any block you desire. I would just prefer if you used it. Then what you're going to want to do is place a block. And hang on, I forgot. Okay, now it turns out I was right, I just didn't note. You go block, 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 temporary block, dispenser. Actually, leave that block there. And then you go block, block, dispenser. And you want to snake this all the way around. The dispensers do have to be facing in like this, all the way around. They do not turn at any point. They just go block, block, dispenser. Block, 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 dispenser. Block, 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 dispenser. Be sure these have water in them. Whoops, this one does not. This one does. This one does. Then you're going to go block, 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 dispenser, and then block. Block. So block, block, dispenser. Block, 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 block. And dispenser, I want to continue filling these in. I don't want you guys to have to hear me say block, 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 dispenser. And if anybody's going to make a remix of that, I would love to hear it. Oh gosh. So anyways, just keep doing this, and I'll be right back in a moment. Block, 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 dispenser. Block, 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 dispenser. Anyways, I finished. And that should look something like this. You can see 2 blocks, dispenser, 2 blocks, dispenser, 3 blocks, dispenser, 3 blocks, dispenser, 3 blocks. Yeah, you get the picture. It's the tedious task of just clicking, 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 clicking. So yes, it should look a little something like this. However, I think I do remember on one of the sides you do need to do something like this, except on this side, where all you do is throw these things. But on every other side, just do something like that. Then, hang on. Oh yeah, right. Just do this along each thing. Be sure there's at least 1 block behind each of your dispensers. And what you're doing is this is actually, like, you need it. It's for the redstone. You're going to need to do this on every single side. Like so. Be sure there's always 1 block behind each of your dispensers. And I'm even going to continue saying this and recording this, not because I don't want to pause, but because I want you to know you need 1 block in each of your dispensers. 1. Apparently I went over. Oh yeah, right. You don't need to place the blocks behind all of these except this one. I'll tell you why in a moment. So next what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place a block on each and every dispenser in the corners, like this. Like not these, just the ones on these ends. And I'll show you why in a second. Because the next thing you're going to want to do is place some redstone dust. And I have actually activated the texture pack, which can show you. Because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get each and every dispenser to turn on. And to do that, you gotta snake it around. And as you can see, when it comes to about 2, you're going to want to put you're going to want to put a repeater, and then just keep snaking it down. And then as you can see, we're at 1, which is a good sign to put a repeater. However, we're going to need to back it up actually. And now, oh gosh, hang on. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put a repeater that faces into this block. Because then you can just take another power source right out of this thing. And yeah, you're just going to want to keep... Wait, what? I swear, if these things don't have water buckets. Okay, so it's just this one. And there we go. Then you just make sure it's active. And then just keep snaking this around. Like this. What the heck? Oh gosh. Hang on, I gotta fill up these dispensers. Okay, fill them all up. And so you know the drill. And in case, if anything like that happens, all you do is just find a good spot, like here, and just throw down any old repeater. Then, in a case like this, you can actually put a repeater on top of the thing, the dispenser, and it'll still work because this is technically powering that block. And then you just bring it over like this, and then send the power directly to it. However, yeah, you do need a repeater. I thought so. And actually, in some of these cases, you will just be dragged down, but you still will be pushed along. As you can see, we got halfway through the entire thing. And there's something special you gotta do at that end. But I'm just gonna show you. I think now would be a good time for a repeater. And then you just keep, like, snaking it along like this until you reach an area like here. Then you're going to need to put it in another repeater, some dust, and another repeater, and just keep doing this. We're almost there. Victory has never tasted so good and all that. Throw it in another repeater. And I cannot imagine, well, I can't imagine because I've done this before, what it's like for you people who have tried this in survival mode. We're going to try this in survival mode and just try, and I feel like you're just going to pull your hair out. Okay, we need to do that, and then what you're just going to just stop that right there. And then on any block that you're not using, you can either remove it or just place down some carpet. Because, yeah, you won't be needing it. Do not place carpet there. But just throw some carpet down wherever you can. You don't have to do this. You could just remove the blocks, except for here. You gotta put some carpet down there. Goodbye, carpet. And once you do that, is how you turn it off. You power it one more time. Somehow this did not get powered. How did you not get the memo? Here, let me... Is that like... Hang on. Is this like a critical issue? No. Just occasionally some of them decide not to work. And be stubborn. Anyways, yes. This is everything. You do not have this thing loop around because that just ends terribly. It just creates an infinite. And so, yeah, that's, well, it. You can put your lever back. You don't need it now. And I'll see you in the next one, in the next clip. Okay. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to want to build up 27 blocks, starting from here. No, wait, starting from one block above. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. You're going to want to do this on all the sides, so all the way up to 27. Let's see. Yeah, we got a long way to go. I'll see you in a clip as soon as I can get this done. So, as you can see, we have all these blocks linked up, and then what you're going to do is you're going to want to just do Okay, look. You gotta do the same thing as you did down there. And this is going to be painful and tedious and a lot, and I mean a lot, of work. However, I'm not going to have you guys sit through all of this. Just imagine this, across there, 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 and filled in. And I'll go ahead and do that right now. Okay, after you've done that, you're going to need to poke some holes in there. So just go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th block over here, and then go diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place 1 block there, and then go destroy it. Do that all the way around, and in the center of this thing, just poke a hole. Okay, so now we're going to have to build a little bit of machinery. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to place an observer with a temporary block like that, move it, and then just do all the way down with observers. You can't set up the clock down here, but I kind of wanted everything to be one main control. So you just place a line of observers like that, and the next thing we got to build, just hang on. Okay, remember now? We go right here, and if you can, if any of you know what this circuit's going to be, then good job. But we're going to build an etho hopper clock. So you will need your comparators, your hoppers, your sticky pistons, and your redstone block. And of course your 2 redstone dust. There's 2 redstone dust like so. There you go. And just do something like that. And there you can see I accidentally set an update to those dispensers down there. And here's what we got to do. We just place a few pistons in here. And then what you got to do is you eventually just need to put a stack of any old item inside of here, and it will work. And the way you activate this is by doing that. Yep. And there we go. We can just turn it off again. And yes, that should be it for that one. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to place a piston right, not there, that's going to be a temporary block. You're going to place it right here, there. No, wait, I'm so sorry for that. There, where that original piston was, that's where you need to put it. So it's right there in this massive hole. So you should have your 1 piston down there. And if I remember correctly, water flows out 7 blocks, but we're going to go over here and check. I'm not going to pause the video because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, water does flow 7 blocks. So what you then got to do is grab your remaining dispensers with water buckets, your observers, the last of your observers, and then the rest of your smooth stone, whatchamacallits. Then just do this block and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on each. Wait, go 1 block lower. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and fill in the platform. And we are going to be doing this 5 times. So I'll show you through the first one. You go like this. Like so. And that. Like so. Move that block right there. Oh, hang on. I think I messed this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I did. Everyone's probably going to be screaming at me down in the comments that I screwed that up. And then what you're just going to do is you're going to repeat the process by putting an observer here, dispenser there, lowering the block, and yeah, what you do is actually technically all you do is this, that, and that 5 times. I'll see you once that's done. Okay, so once you've got all those things in, that you should be almost done. You know, you got all this thing. However, one thing you will need is if you grab yourself some slabs. The remaining smooth stone slabs, I'd recommend just doing that. It makes it look neater, prettier, and if any mobs were to potentially spawn on there, hang on. If any mobs were to potentially spawn on these, they can't, because now they're slabs. Anyways, the next thing you're going to do is get your circuit in, and as a little comparison note, yeah, this is looking pretty much like this. So you can see, yeah. Then you're going to need to grab your boatload of repeaters, and here's how you're going to place it. You're going to go 1 block behind here and go that 4 ticks, and then place block, block, repeater, 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 block, repeater, 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 block, repeater, 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 all set to 4 ticks. Then what you're going to do is you're going to place block, 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 and grab some dust. And just do something like this. And if you're doing this in 1.15, you're going to need to put a block here, and then your redstone dust. This will still work, and in my opinion, it looks nicer. Now, all you got to do is when you grab your lever, you just put it here, you just flip it, and it'll work. Okay, next thing you got to do is right here, place every single, surround this in blocks, like so. Do not fall through. And this is for the lighting system. Now, all the carpets I said you can use are slightly optional other than the ones down there. The other ones you can use to carpet this entire area so this can be dark, or what you can do is you can grab yourself some glowstone or any other aluminum block. So I'll actually grab some lanterns and you can just chuck them around everywhere. Torches, anything. Just make sure the light level isn't dark, so that way mobs can't spawn on here at night. However, what I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe pistons are transparent blocks. Oh yeah, but there's an observer there, so it's fine. It's all good. So yeah, do something like that so it's all nice and messy. Somebody likes anything clean, right? Okay, and then what you're going to do is just place a block here, 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 and then there. Keep that, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your sticky pistons. Just make sure they go like that, facing towards that. Like so. This way. This will all look quite nice. And like that. Then all you gotta do is you just link them all up. So I just say go like blocks like this. Like that. 1, 2, 3. 1 block out. And just loop this around. And I'm gonna get this in 1 second. Okay, then you just place a block on top of each and every one of these sticky pistons, like so. Then on this one, you want to place your final lever. Grab some redstone dust and a repeater. And as you can see, it starts to work. And then you just place your redstone dust along like this. And like so. And then over here, you don't need those blocks technically. This is for symmetrical purposes. You can just throw repeater there and then your redstone dust. This will quite quickly remake. There you go. That's how you can turn it on or off. And that, my friends, is how to build a mob farm in survival. Minecraft 1.16 and up. So yep, you can see it. It doesn't, when you turn it on and off, it doesn't fully do it because this is light level 7. However, it does turn off the majority of the farm. And of course, yeah, this is how you do it. And any other farms that you guys want me to build, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and be sure to check out my other videos. I build a lot of stuff. Bye-bye.